Ladies and gentlemen, with all due respect to the honorable judges and audiences, first of all, let us thank the Almighty God who has given us mercy and blessing so that we can stay healthy and always in a good condition. Thank you so much for the opportunity given to me. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. There is a saying, you won't care about someone if you don't familiar with that person. So, let me introduce myself first. My name is Chintya Chandra and I am from Vocational High School, YADIKA 1. Today, I would like to tell you about e-learning versus classroom learning. I think all of you have already familiar with the word e-learning and classroom learning. So, e-learning is a learning basis that performed online. E-learning requires online application to support the implementation of e-learning activities. However, classroom learning means that the student have to study in person, face-to-face with the teacher. Also, there is an advantage by having e-learning and classroom learning. I will tell you the advantage of having e-learning first. So, by having e-learning means that the student can have a flexible schedule, so the student can study anytime and anywhere. Also, the student can learn on their own pace and choose the learning styles that suits them the best. And the student don't have to worry about the transportation cost to go to the school. Also, the advantage by having a classroom learning is that the student can study face-to-face with the teacher. So if there is something that the student don't understand, the student can just raise a hand and ask the teacher directly. The student will get instant feedback from the teacher. Also, students can share their thoughts with their friends, such as their chairmate, their classmate, etc. And the last one is the student don't have to worry about a bad connection. Now that you already know the description and advantage of e-learning and classroom learning, I have one question for all of you. If you have to choose, would you rather choose e-learning or classroom learning? I think some of you will say e-learning and some of you will say classroom learning. But if I have to choose, I would rather choose classroom learning. As a student who has already experienced both e-learning and classroom learning, I can tell there is a different effectiveness between e-learning and classroom learning. Since e-learning is not really monitored by the teacher, especially when there is so many students, the student can just turn off the camera and do the other thing behind the camera. On the other hand, by having a classroom learning means that the teacher can monitor each student easily. Also, by having a classroom learning means that the student will have a better discipline due to school rules that they have to follow, such as when they have to go to school and when they have to go home. Also, in a report of Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development says that e-learning can ultimately be a tool, but e-learning cannot replace face-to-face learning. Since by having face-to-face learning means that both student and teacher can have a different expression, intonation, body language, and stuff like that. Obviously, through other platforms such as Zoom, WebEx, Google Meet, those interactions are limited. Which means, by having a classroom learning, the student will have a better social skill. I think that's all that I can tell you today. The best time is when you share. Thank you so much for sharing your time and attention to me today. I hope you all have a nice day. Bye-bye!